Did you know that spiders actually weave different web patterns depending on how stressed they are? In a new study published in the journal Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society by researchers from the University of Akron in Ohio and the University of Vermont describe how they discovered that the orb-weaving spider, also known as the Araneus diadematus, will change the architecture of its webs based on its stress level. The scientists found that when these spiders were mildly stressed, they created webs that were more symmetrical and had more spiral threads. However, when they were really stressed, their webs were less symmetrical and had fewer spiral threads. But why would a spider's web look different depending on how stressed it is? Well, the answer might have to do with how the spider feels about its web being visited by other spiders or insects. You see, spiders generally build webs to catch their dinner, but sometimes other spiders or insects will come along and try to eat them instead. Webs built with more spiral threads make it harder for other critters to get to the spider, offering it more protection. But wait, there's more. The spiral threads also help the spider detect vibrations from its prey or from an approaching spider or insect looking to eat it. The more spirals, the better the spider can sense vibrations and the easier it can identify the approach angle of its dinner or its doom. And here's where the stress comes in. When a spider is stressed, it releases more of the hormone called serotonin, which causes it to spin more silk, creating thicker, more robust webs with more spiral threads. But if a spider is extremely stressed, it won't have enough serotonin left over to create all those spiral threads. So it ends up building a web that has a very different architecture with way fewer spirals. Not only that, but these more fragile webs are also more likely to snag on leaves or twigs, making the whole thing even more precarious. And here's the really weird part. When the spider is moderately stressed, it builds webs that are more symmetrical, which makes sense because you want to be able to detect vibrations from all angles. But when it's extremely stressed, its webs become asymmetrical. It's like when you're in a job interview and you're just so nervous that you can't even form a coherent sentence. In this case, the spider's so stressed that it can't even build a symmetrical web. The researchers say that their findings could help us understand how other animals, including insects and possibly mammals, build their nests or shelters when they're stressed. Plus, it turns out that humans aren't the only ones who can't stop spinning when we're nervous. Spiders do it too, but at least we don't end up with a bunch of cobwebs on our hands. Thanks for watching this episode. We've made thousands of educational videos over the years, and we've been able to offer them for free because of our patrons. So, to all of our patrons, thank you for what you do to make this happen.